おはようございます。ビートブルースです。クリムゾンダイヤモンド3回目かな ?3 回目やっていきたいと思います。前回は眠気に負けた。すごいな、なんか。本当に眠気に負けたようなセーブデータの名前しとる。いきなり始まるな。どういう状況だったっけ？重っ。そうだ、この人の、指紋を取れてないってとこだよね。熱っ。この人の指紋を取れてないから取りたい。You've already got a drinking glass, you don't need another. Inspect glass. クッキーあげられたんだっけ？クッキーを食わせまくる。これ正解では？そう、このゲーム結構静かだったね。声入ってる？これちゃんと。入ってますね。クッキーを取りまくればいいのでは？そっちか。You take a freshly baked thumbprint cookie from the tray. アルバートだよね、こいつね。Say, Mr. Whisper, how do you like this thumbprint cookie? Albert's eyes light up. Splendid, that's just what I needed. Thank you, miss. Albert thoroughly enjoys the cookie, licking his fingers and smacking his lips. Crunch, crunch, smack, gulp. Delicious. I could do with another if you find yourself downstairs again. Sure thing. 同じだな、セリフ。水を飲ませなきゃいけないんだよね。どうやったらできるかな。水。いやー、これ多分キッチンだよね。答えはいつでもキッチンにある。ろうそくも結構目から鱗だったけどな。キッチン何があるんだろう。もう一回やってみるか。The kitchen has a rough, rustic charm. The lack of decorations and fine furnishings implies that this room wasn't meant to be seen by the lodge's guests. There are cupboards along the wall and an icebox in the corner. A door in the west wall leads to the main floor hallway. You can see the dining room through a doorway in the south wing. Strip of white people. There is a salt shaker on the L-shaped kitchen island. これじゃね？これだろう。Hey, where do you think you're going with that? If you want to use the salt, just use it here in the kitchen. I probably shouldn't walk off with salt. Jack wouldn't be too happy about that. 塩だな。塩癖。pour salt on the cookie. You shake a generous helping of salt onto the thumbprint cookie. これじゃね？なんかこれっぽい。メニュー違う。愛か。じゃあこの塩は何だったの？ 謎だね。謎だ。いらんのかい、この塩。それともこの塩も使えたのかな？あげてみよう。Say, Mr. Whisper, how do you like this thumbprint cookie? Albert's eyes light up. Splendid, that's just what I need. Thank you, miss. Albert eagerly takes the cookie and consumes the thumbprint cookie in 2 bites. Crunch, crunch, smack, gulp. That was saltier than I was expecting. What an odd recipe. That cookie's got me quite thirsty. Do me a favor and fill my drinking glass from that pitcher and hand it to me, miss. OK, OK, OK. これは思った通りだったな、割と。眠くなくなれば割とストレートだね。As you hand the full drinking glass to Albert, you stealthily wipe its surface of your fingerprints. Ah, thank you. Albert drinks the water in one gulp, then hands the drinking glass back to you. You carefully receive the glass, making sure not to touch the areas where he held it. Okay. Aha! Powdering Albert's drinking glass reveals a fingerprint. Take fingerprint. Okay. Finally, I've obtained everyone's fingerprints, plus fingerprints from the crime scenes. Okay. Compare fingerprints to see if you can draw any useful conclusions. ああ、全部いったのか。fingerprints. compare っていくつもやったんだけど。Flushed with success, you rush to your bedroom and eagerly spread out your complete set of fingerprint sample on the low coffee table. After comparing the complete set of fingerprints, you are able to conclude, amazing! The fingerprint from the jewelry box and the curio cabinet match the fingerprint you obtained from Margaret. Aha! Margaret was the culprit behind both crimes. I should confront her with my findings. That wasn't feel work, but it was pretty satisfying. やっぱこいつなんかもう明らかお前怪しいなって感じだったもんね。Margaret, I know you stole Nessa's ruby brooch and the silver steins. I know that Nessa is a little difficult, but this isn't the way to deal with her. Please let me help you set things straight. She would take everything. Yes, I smashed the curio. Thought it broke my heart to do it. Though it broke my heart, girl. But the silver wedding steins are even more precious. I saved them and gave them to someone I trust for safekeeping. Nessa would sell them as soon as she was back in the city. At the very least, she would take her share and sell one of the steins, splitting the set. She doesn't understand why that shouldn't happen. She's a vile and heartless. Why should I want to set things right? When I needed things set right, no one helped me. That woman deserves everything bad that comes to her, and more. You may be right about that, but you deserve better than to be a thief. That isn't who you are. Margaret, the brooch, at least. Will you let me give back her brooch? Ah, fine, the brooch is hers, after all. It's in my walk-in closet. I'll tell you where it is. Why? Why must the world be as it is, Nancy? Eh? 死ぬ？おい、やっぱ水に入れとるやんけ、なんか。Margaret, are you okay? Margaret? You hurry downstairs to tell Mr. Richards about Margaret's sudden decline. Mr. Richards, come quick. There's something wrong with Margaret. What? 誰かいる。Excellent job. そんなテンションじゃないでしょ、俺ね。Excellent job. Kudos on your thorough investigative technique. By the time you and Richards arrive in the master bedroom, Margaret's body is already cooling. The commotion soon brings Nathan and Jack to the room. Nathan's eye widen, but he doesn't say anything. Jack looks shocked and a bit remorseful. The three men gently carry Margaret down to the root cellar and lay her out on a long wooden table. It's shocking to see Margaret lying dead on the table. The kindness and warmth that once lit up her face are gone forever. Nathan and Jack stand there, staring down at the earthen floor. No one seems to know what to do. What can be done after all? After a long while, Mr. Richards exhales heavily and speaks. Go do what you need to, then head out to the station to notify the authorities. Not like there's any rush now, is there? Yes, sir. I'm sorry, Evan. Yeah. Excuse us, miss. でももともと病気っぽくはあったか、体調悪いって言ってたもんね。でもなんか、急にあんななるもんなのかな。Mr. Richard slumps on the stool, his head bowed. He doesn't look at Margaret. It's almost like he can't. Oh, Mr. Richards. What's going on here? Type review to review your investigative goals. Chapter 4, Tensions. うわ、Chapter 4入った。Game has autosaved. Yep. Chapter 4. Chapter 4にもう一回セーブするか。Chapter 4. Chapter 4. Chapter 何までなんだろうね、これね。Review か。I wonder if Margaret was poisoned. How it could have happened. Something she ate? Drank? I should examine Margaret's body. Maybe I can find something that will be useful. Observe the knife. This is the lodge's root cellar. It's a few degrees cooler than the rest of the house, making it ideal for storing a wide variety of supplies with which to provision the lodge. There's a set of stairs in the east wall leading upwards. The shelves contain an array of root vegetables, as well as jarred and bottled goods. There are sacks full of apples and potatoes. My goodness, Jack has done such a wonderful job with his little vegetable patch. Margaret is here. Even is here. Look at Margaret. Margaret is Evan Richards' paramour. She is more glamorous than you'd expect to see in these parts. Margaret has shining flaxen hair, fair skin, and full lips. She's fashionably attired in a pink damask and ivory lace dress. She seems sweet, but you've met charmers like her before. Margaret's body has been temporarily laid to rest on a long wooden table. Oh, Margaret. Evan is lost in his thoughts. His shoulders droop and his head hangs down. You want to have a look? I'm gonna go have a drink. You determinedly decide to take a closer look at Margaret's body. Type an exit or click the exit button to stop your examination. You pull away the sheet covering Margaret. Your desire to understand what happened outweighs your squeamishness. Despite Margaret's panicked final moments, she now appears peaceful. やっぱでも口に入れたものだったら唇とかだよな。あ？ Look, lips. Margaret's full lips are staring to darken into a purplish hue. Margaret's pretty blue eyes will never open again. Margaret's fair complexion is now a good deal paler than is fashionable. Death has given it a waxy sheen. Margaret's nose is pert, well-formed, and suits her face. Look here. Margaret's golden hair still shines despite the gloominess of the root cellar. You carefully replace the sheet covering Margaret. 何かが足りない。いや、まだエグザメンってなってんな。こうかな。You find a small silver key in one of Margot's pockets. これか。あとは Search body とかいけるこれで。Margaret is still wearing her plush blue bathrobe with its 2 pockets and matching sash. Sash か。Search sash. Search sash. Observe. Take silver key か。You take the key from Margaret's pocket and put it in your own. I wonder what this opens. はい。インベントリでも見るか。Small silver key. デスクじゃねAccording to Even, Jack and Nathan will eventually be going to the train station. I wonder if I can catch them and ask them a few questions before they head out. Same voices. You hear voices coming from the study. What an unpleasant complication. Margaret had to die at such an inconvenient time. It certainly wasn't what I was expecting. I wonder. Never mind that right now. Help me jimmy this desk drawer open. I'm starting to think Father never made a will after all. He was already such a grand dreamer and never very organized. Nothing in here but bits and bobs and newspaper clippings. We have our contingency plan. I'm not concerned. I'm stepping outside for a cig. I'll keep searching for a little while longer, but I've got to meet Albert in the gazebo soon. He seems like he's willing to help us with plan B for a price. Good. Okay. 開けようとしてたのか。Find her father's will, but she and Clovis has a plan. Okay. 話をとりあえず聞きに行こうかな。今これ夜が明けたんかな。まだ夜なのかな。夜にガゼボで話すって結構怪しいよな、正直。外歩いてたの誰って感じだしたね。いや、ついに死者が出てしもうたな。アホなことして自分以外。 I must have forgotten to lock my door. I'm busy, miss. Run along. Um... Oh, the new Margaret died. Death. You are too curious. それなんか、まあ、ないかな、もう。そういえば、ブローチあるって言ってたね。ブローチはThe shoes are all size 5. My shoes are usually half a size smaller than my boots to leave room for thicker socks. Well done なの何が Take shoes. ブローチはそういえば Take brooch. ダメか。Mrs. Ruby Brooch was taken out of her jewelry box. She's shouting and pointing fingers. She hasn't changed one bit. I don't know what's going on around here. I'm staying out of it. ブローチ、ここかなウォーキングクローゼットにあるって言ってたよね、でもね。Open chest. Use unlock chest with key. You didn't possess the appropriate key for the trunk. じゃあ、ここじゃないんだね。やっぱじゃあ、引き出しか。ここじゃないなら引き出しだね。そこの2つしかパッと思いつかんな。OD しちゃう、ここは。何しとんじゃ What do you want? I'm just tidying up here. Evan's lazy, Jack's lazy. They lack the will to do what needs done. うわー、開けて、無理やりこじ開けてんのか。Don't look at anything. Don't touch anything. I'm busy here. Okay, Nessa. これは ?Small silver key. これさ、これできるできない。OK。あと考えられるのは、上の階の宝箱。だけど、そうだとしたらなんでマーガが持ってるっていう話だよね。違う違う違う違う。こっち。こっち。こっち。Unlock. You try the silver key in the blue trunk's padlock. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit. The blue trunk has a big padlock on it that requires a key which you don't have. Unlock green box. Unlock green chest. You try inserting the silver key into the green truck's padlock, but it doesn't fit. じゃあ、言い方変えてもう一回試してみよう。ここ。Unlock blue chest. Unlock box. Observe で名称を確定させよう。Observe. This is the master bedroom. Mr. Richards shares it with Margaret. You feel a little weird about invading their private space. There's a wardrobe and nightstands to the left and right of the bed. There are 2 doors in the south wall and a door in the east wall leading back to the hallway. この箱は何? The large blue trunk has a metal tag screwed it on the top. Open trunk. Open trunk with key. ダメか。じゃあもうやること言ったら外に行くしかないんだけど。やっぱ開けられる。夜だけど開くわ。うわー、色いいね。なんでそっち行った。ガゼボってこっちあったよね。これだよね。誰もいない。中ちょっともう一回見てみるか。おーい。なんでや。Oops, looks like I stumbled onto a conversation. Maybe if I'd approach from a different direction. We'll talk later. We aren't alone anymore. What are you guys up to? Just getting some fresh air. Really? Well, I found some interesting samples on the riverbank this afternoon. Actually, I used the trowel to dig into the dirt, otherwise I wouldn't have found anything. Is that so? Can we have a look? Of course. You show the samples you collected from the river to Nathan and Jack. They inspect the samples intensely and exchange meaningful looks. What do you think? Very nice, Nancy. These are white garnets, pretty big ones too. Yes, sirree. Very pretty. Maybe get them set in silver when you're back in the city. White garnets? Are you sure? Yes, very sure. Well, okay. Excuse me, I have to go to the carriage house and prepare the automobile for Jack's drive to the train station. Thanks, Nat. Of course. Good evening. Nice night for a walk, isn't it? Sure is, Jack. Darn it, I missed talking to Nathan. I ought to find him and question him before he leaves. Found Jack. Find Nathan again. Ask about Will. I never heard even talk about a will. Doesn't mean one doesn't exist. He's my boss. Personal stuff's not my business. I can't believe she's gone. What do you think happened to her? Jack shifts uncomfortably and seems reluctant to meet your gaze. I think we should let it be, Nancy. Even is in a bad way right now. We should give him peace and not interfere. You have a good night, Nancy. Thanks, Jack. You too.待って、なんかあるな。なんかある。その前にセーブだね。リバーサイド、リバーシティガールズ。Even from here, you can feel the chill of the racing water. え？簡単に落ちるやん。Don't go chasing waterfalls. You should stick to the slow, safe rivers and the lakes that you're used to. 死んだ。Reach for the box. なんか浮いてんだよな。なんだこれ。うーん。うーん。Observe river. 違うな。なんかあるんだよね、ここにね。え？君だよね、これ。君？ Eek! Oh, there. Sorry to startle you. Why are you lurking, Kimi? Lurking? I was looking for owls. Ask me about Margaret. 知らないだろうね。I can't believe Margaret's dead. What could have happened? It's terrible, Nancy. I'm getting scared. Don't worry, Kimi. I'm sure there's an explanation. I'd sure like to find out. 怖すぎだろ。なんでそんなとこに立っとんのよ。やっぱ遅くなってきたな。違う。ネイサンはおそらく車のとこにいますね。ここだ。here's Nat. Ask Nathan about Margaret. Margaret's death is shocking. She was a kind woman. It's a sad state of affairs. I've known Even for a long time. I've never seen him like this. He needs to grieve. Jack's driving to the train station to send a telegram about Margaret. This is range business. Ask about Silver King. Uh, あと何を聞けばいいんだだって。Will だ。My father told me that Richard Sr. promised his land would be returned to my family, but wasn't clear on when. I happen to know that Richard Sr. didn't have a will, but even does. I've said too much already. It is a complicated matter. What? Oh, Nancy. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Excuse me. I'm going to look for Ivan. I can tell he's upset, but you know how it is. Always going off on his own. Yeah, maybe try the jetty? Thanks, I'll check there. I have a few other places in mind first. My meeting with Albert in the boathouse begins shortly. I will look for Ivan after that. Good luck. Alright. 一緒に行くんじゃないの? Find Ivan. Oh. Pardon me, Miss Maple. I'm expected elsewhere. Second England guy. Have a good night, Nancy. Good night, Nathan. I wonder where Nathan's off to. ボートハウス行ってたじゃん。ボートハウスだからこっち。動き出したね、みんな。Mr. Richards, there you are. Mr. Richards? Even doesn't acknowledge your presence. He looks lost in thought, or maybe highly inebriated. Possibly both. I hear a rumbling in the distance. Is that thunder? It sounds like an automobile heading towards the carriage house. Is Jack back from the train station? Maybe I should head over there and see what's going on. Or I could head to the lodge and see what's going on there. ボートハウスのそれより。頼む。入ってくれ。頼む、入ってくれ。頼む、入ってくれ。入らないな、これ。ちょっと怪しいっすね、あの人。上上がってったの。Oh, I'd better be careful and not stray too close to the edge of jetting. Observe Jack. Sure. Observe Ivan. Ivan is quietly, morosely drunk and sits precariously on the edge of the jetty. 大丈夫かな? これだよね、気になるの。Nessa and Corvus seems to be having an intense conversation. If I can get closer, maybe I'll be able to hear what they're saying. It's that nosy girl. We'll continue our conversation after she goes away. ここか。やっぱここなんだ。You conceal yourself behind an ideally situated apple tree. I won't be needing this anymore. Nessa takes a silver flask from her own pocket and pours it out onto the grass. 何これ? 水ではなくない? What's that? Ah, water adulterated with poison. I soaked flypaper in a glass jar and poured the liquid into my silver flask. ちょっと待って。1個見逃したよ。ちょっと待って、1個セリフ見ましたけど、なんだ I didn't think it would be quite so effective. I was thinking it would be more gradual, less dramatic. The tart couldn't even die properly, but no matter. It could look suspicious and be investigated. What does it matter? There aren't any rangers around or any other formal law in this godforsaken place. But we don't want any more complications. This will all be over soon, but we'll need to be bold. I'm ready for the next step. Good. What a strange conversation. Nessa mentioned tossing some jars into the river by the waterfall. I could go to the waterfall and take a look. このログやっぱあれか、マーゴットの死か。わー、1吹き出しなんか逃したな。何だったんだろう。まあ、いっか。あんなに早く死ぬと思わなかったみたいな感じだもんね、多分。There is a glass jar bobbing in the furiously churning water. You can just barely make out a flash of yellow inside the jar. Look at that jam jar. Aれを取る方法があるかどうかだよな。今割とノーヒント状態でずっと歩き回ってるからな。今日何を探そうとしてるのかもちょっとよくわかんない。鍵が何を開けるかもわかんないしな。てっきりここだと思ったけど。あとだって鍵かかってたとこってどこだ？You settle into a chair around the dining table. Nancy, there you are. We're about to get started. Where's Mr. Richards? Don't you worry, miss. Mr. Richards needs time to be alone with his thoughts. He'll probably be here in a bit. And where's Never you mind, Nancy. This here's Ranger Murdoch. He was out on patrol by the train station, lucky for us. I told him about poor Margaret. He said he wouldn't mind stopping by and filing a report. A report? Whatever for. She had a fit and died. Bury her and be done with her. It gives me the creeps having a dead body around. I'm sure nothing's amiss, but how could I turn down Jack's hospitality? I'll take a look. File a report of the death and save all dock travelers a trip up here. What about the bridge explosion? Do you have any news about that? Bridge explosion? News doesn't travel very fast in these parts. I'm out in the bush most of the time. Of course, I was so distracted by Margaret's death that I completely forgot to mention the bridge to Ranger Murdoch. Anyway, I sent a telegraph to the closest town. I'm sure the appropriate authorities are handling it. I'm sure. Bears and raccoons are more my jurisdiction. Not much happens out this way. Tomorrow morning I'll take a look at Miss Margaret and be on my way. Sounds good. My, it's late. You must be Bush. I'll get you set up in the spare room upstairs. Are we done here? I'm dreadfully tired. I am tired as well. Nessa and Corvus leaves Nissa and Corvus leave the table after exchanging what seems to be a series of impatient looks. Kimi follows soon later, seemingly unwilling to appear rude by leaving first. By the time Jack shows the ranger to the spare room, you realize a lot of time has passed and Mr. Richards still hasn't turned up. I should check up on Mr. Richards. Well done. Keep up the good work. 流された? Oh no, where's Mr. Richards? Chapter 5, Escalations. More 5 か. You are shocked to see such a disarray. I don't like the look of this. Type review to check the status of your even investigation. Okay. Game has auto-saved. Okay. チャプターが早くなってきたぞ。あ、やべ。Okay. Is there any evidence of Mr. Richards' movement on the jetty? I should take a closer look and try to find some of his footwear too. It would be helpful to learn Mr. Richards' shoe size. I did see Mr. Richards on the jetty. I wonder if he left any fingerprints behind. Can I place anyone else at the jetty? I'll need everyone's shoe size before I can figure that out. Observe jetty. The jetty looks like a good place for fishing. You can see scuff marks, shoe prints. There are also splashes of spilled liquid. There's broken glass scattered across the jetty. Some of it looks like it may have once been the crystal decanters. Some may have come from drinking glass. Rubs on shoe print. これいけるでしょ? On shoe print. ダメか。Picture. I need to find a safe way to get closer. ボートだな、多分。で、なんてさ。ちょっと待ってね。ちょっと、もう一回ロードしよう。じゃあ、レビューして、スート飲まない。Uh-oh. You see some possible signs of a struggle. There are scarves and shoe prints in the grass and on the footpath, and some tree branches have been snapped off. なるほど。Hello? Signs of a struggle continue in the area around the smokehouse. The scuff marks and shoe prints continue along the path and into the smokehouse. The door to the smokehouse is shut tight, but you can hear some distinct noises inside. Eek! Investigate area. Investigate Forest North Jetty for clues. Motto. Whoa. Oh. Nancy, I'm busy in here. Please step aside. Nathan is frantically rummaging in the smokehouse. Nathan, where's Mr. Richards? What's happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. If you know any helpful information, please leave me to figure this out. Oh, of course. On one hand, I'm relieved that I didn't stumble onto anything ghastly. But on the other, where is Mr. Richards? And what's happened to him? I'll need to come to some conclusions and present them to Nathan. Maybe then he'll let me into the smokehouse and I can continue my investigation. Something shiny on the path to the smokehouse caught my eye. I wonder what that is. I'm going to need to figure out who was involved in the scene I found at the jetty. ここだよね。この光ってるやつだよね。Take. で、observe ground かな。observe ground. There's an overgrown path leading towards the smokehouse. There are scuffs and shoe prints on the path leading to the smokehouse. You can see some sparkles on the path. There's something round and metallic shining on the path. It looks like a button. Make button. You pick up the round metal button. Ah, so this button belongs to Corvus. I need to examine the scuffs by the smokehouse more closely. Maybe that will reveal something. Examine scuff. Examine scuff. A scuff marks lead into the smokehouse. Uh-oh. Who could have made these scuff marks? 結構サクサクじゃないここら辺。ここも見とこう。The scrapes in the grass are deep, as if someone was literally digging their heels in to resist an outside force. The scuffs and scrapes are definitely leading away from this part of the forest and down to the eastern path. I should take a look at the scuff marks on the jetty. Maybe the wooden surface of the jetty will reveal more about who made the scuffs. Did Jack encounter Mr. Richards during this incident? I should find him and ask about his shoe size. Who knows what size Nessa's feet are? Under that long skirt? I'll need to investigate. Where have I seen Kimi walking around outside? Could she have left some shoe prints on moist ground? What would be an obtrusive way to learn Corvus's shoe size? I wonder if he's left any shoe print anywhere. Albert could be mixed up on all of this, but I'll need to find out his shoe size before I can say for certain, one way or another. Nathan could have made those shoe prints. I certainly can't rule him out. Have I seen Nathan walking in an area where he could left shoe prints? I think so, and not too long ago. Type size check to review whose shoe size you still need to learn. Okay. Look. X scuff. The direction of the scuff mark appears to lead away from the jetty and into the woods to the north. And these scuff marks were made by rubber-soled shoes. I'm not sure exactly whose shoes made these scuff marks. I'll need to look into that. Mr. Richards could have made the scuff marks, but I'll need to find out what kind of shoes he wears. Oh, I better be careful and not stray too close to shoe size 編。わー。指紋の次は靴のサイズか。でんあ、こっか、こっちみたいな。こっちか。ガゼボで会うって約束はどうなったんだ？みんなの靴のサイズ探さなきゃいけないのか。大変だな。 誰もいないしね。本当に誰もいないぞ。Observe shoes. Which boot would you like to look at? The woman's boots or the men's boots? Okay. The men's boots are size 12 and have rubber soles and rounded toe boxes. They are very worn and are made of faded brown leather. I wonder if these are Mr. Richards' boots. Oh. The woman's boots are quite petite with a small heel. They are made of black leather and rubber soles and appear well used and maintained. マーガットがサイズ5っていうのは分かってるけど、マーガット死んでるからね。マーガットじゃないよな。Faint noises coming from the closet. It sounds like someone's in there. Why could someone be in there? Could it be a raccoon or something? Listen, noise. Listen, sound. See. Put your sound door. Okay. There's definitely a person in the upstairs closet. You can hear footsteps moving back and forth, and the occasional clatter of metal as if someone was testing a lock. Who could be in there, and what are they doing? 普通に荷物整理してるアルバートじゃないの？なんか普通に犯人。Oh, pardon me. We stumbled upon the ranger rummaging in the closet. あれ? Ranger Murdoch, what are you doing in here? Oh, Miss Maple, is it? You certainly gave me a start. Jack directed me to the bathroom, but I don't seem to be in the right place. I'm used to being out in the wilderness, but a bucket doesn't seem that appropriate as a bathroom, eh? Ah, the bathroom is across the hall from the spare room. Oh, I thought Jack said across from the stairs. My mistake. Excuse me. 怪しい。怪しすぎる。怪しすぎるな。These shoes I'm wearing are size 6.5. Though for boots, I usually go half a size up. Thanks, Kimmy. That information might be very helpful. あっさりくれたな。白角出してきたな、この人。そうなのに協力してくれる。前回そうでもなかったもんな。やばくね？ You can hear rustling and cluttering and muttering voices. おーい。Talk to August. Don't you dare touch the thing. I'm looking for my ruby brooch, the one Margot stole. Oh well, I can help you look for it. Not on your life. You'll just pocket it for yourself. Get out of here. Call office. Mr. Short. Not right now, Miss Maple. Can't you see we're busy? That's no business of yours, Miss Maple. If I were you, I'd be a good girl and stop poking my nose where it doesn't belong. Playing detective, are you? Well, I won't be playing alone. だり素直に教えろ。さっさと素直に教えれば楽になるぜ。おお。やれやれ。困った人たちだ。I hear voices this doorway. I wonder what they're talking about. みんな喋ってんの? You can hear a muffled conversation behind the closed door. And what government agency did you say sent you, Mr. Risper? Your government sent me. The specific name of the agency escapes me. Here, I have the documents. I trust they're in order. Ah, thank you. Let's see. Yes, those look just fine. Of course they do. May I see your identification papers? There is a pause in the conversation. Even with the aid of the drinking glass, you strain to hear what comes next. See here, officer. I am a very busy man. I don't have time to root about in my documents to produce my identification papers at the moment. I am here because my government is doing a favor to your government. Yes? Strong international relationships are vital, especially in the times to come. Doubtless you are aware of the current state of the world affairs. I am. So if I were you, I'd take a step back and turn your attention to the dead woman in the cellar. Which is, after all, the reason you are here? Of course. Have a good evening to you, Mr. Risper. So much for Canadian hospitality. Ah! Oh, Miss Maple, good evening. Good evening. Shh. じゃあ、こいつ政府に送られてきたって言ってたけど、カナダ政府じゃないな。この感じだとアメリカ政府だな。そうだよね。アメリカ政府に送られてきてるね。Ah, I forgot to lock my door again. I've had more than enough of your company, Nancy. Please leave me to my work. ここに靴あるでしょ。Albert has stored a couple extra pairs of fancy patterned leather Oxfords in the wardrobe. Oh, 12. You can see a small number 12 marked on the inside of the shoes. Okay. じゃあ、もうここは用済みです。こいつ意外とすんなり手に入るんだよな。ここ靴の朝上げだよね。そこら辺はどうやって手に入れるかな。君は教えてくれた。ジャックいないしな。2日目長い夜だね、本当に。チャプター2、3、4、5が全部2日目じゃない？だって。あ、ここにあったウイスキーを取ってったのか。俺らも飲んで死んだやつね。ああ。じゃあ、シュースです。Sorry, Miss Maple. I'm really concerned about Mr. Richards, Jack. I think something's happened to him. Have you seen him recently? Look, Nancy. I'm not proud to tell you this, but sometimes Mr. Richards gets a bit belligerent when he drinks, shouting and breaking stuff, you know? He's probably somewhere in the woods cooling off. This has been a very trying time for him. Please leave him alone, Nancy. Okay, Jack. うーん。こいつのサイズわかんないね。なんだろうな。ほんと。これは見たもんね。マーゴットは5.5。君は6.5。アルバートは12。サイズチェックか。サイズチェック。Hmm. Did Jack encounter Mr. Richards during this incident? I should find him and ask him about his shoe size. うん。Ask about shoes. ああ Ask about shoe. Me, I wear size 12 shoes, same as Mr. Richards. Not that we share shoes or anything, just makes it easier to remember. まさかの ask shoe だったわ。嘘でしょ？セーブするか。シューサイズ編。トイレ行ってこよう、ここで。 はい、戻りました。ジャックは聞いた。ネイサンは、ネイサンは、あれだろうな。ちょっと待ってね。うん。Mr. Richards wears a size 12. The shoe print looks larger, but I should examine it more closely to verify. X シュープリントか。Upon closer inspection, you ascertain the shoe print came from a size 14 foot. 14? おー、すごいすごいすごい。違う違う違う違うなる。ジャック。これは X shoe print. You see some faint shoe prints on the path. Some of these look like the same size 14 shoe, but there are smaller shoe prints too. Possibly a woman's size 8. ここだよな。There are some shoe prints on the dirt path leading to the smokehouse. These shoe prints look larger than size 12, which is what Mr. Richards wears, but I should take a closer look. 結構サクサクじゃないここら辺。These shoe prints came from size 14 and size 8 shoes. Whose shoe prints are these? Learning everyone's shoe size will help me figure that out. Hold on. 同じ文章だな。いやー、ネイサンの靴のサイズがわからんだろうね。待てよ、川沿いで話してたから、ここら辺 Nathan and Jack have left shoe prints all along the riverbank. えジャックがこっち側行って、いや、違う。ネイサンがこっち側来たのか。Jack was walking quite extensively on this part of the riverbank. These shoe prints are size 12. そうだね。じゃあ、こっちだ。これが10、これが14だったら、ネイサンの靴ってことになるよな。ってなるとなんだろう、土地関係かな。土地的には、イヴァンが死んだ方が楽、死んだっていうか行方不明になった方が楽だから。The shoe prints on this side of the bridge are quite large and freshly made. Considering I witnessed Nathan making these shoe prints, I can conclude he wears size 16. 16か。じゃあ、ネイサンじゃないな。だとしたらあと誰よ。だとしたら、送られてきた人と、送られてきた人とコーブしかいないよな、もう。 うーん。どこにいるんだろうな。あ、トイレ。トイレにいるっつったっけ？いねえわ。Oh, pardon me. Good evening, Miss Maple. I'm just getting settled in for the night. シューサイズ聞くか？ The boots are size 12. Why do you ask, Miss Maple? Just trying to make conversation. あれピロリーンってなんないな。Ranger Murdoch has thoughtfully removed his shiny black boots before putting his feet up on sofa. You peek into Ranger Murdoch's boots, but you don't see any label indicating their size. Can I help you with anything, Miss Maple? Oh no, not at all. Size. ピロリンってならないのが気になるな。痛い。こいつはいらないのか情報。ここに残してるかもしれないな。あ、もらった。次どうすればいいんだ？あの二人だよね。ブローチ見つければいいのかもしかして。ブローチ見つけたら言ってくれるかもね。そういうことだろうね、きっと。見つけたら、あ、そこにあったの、みたいな感じで、協力してくれる？そういうわけではない。もう一回見るか。ボタンも、あ、そうだ、ボタンだ。鍵もわかんないしな。ボタンと鍵じゃない結局ね。うーん。うーん。うーん。うーん。うーん。ちょっと、わからんですね。あの二人をどうにかしてどかさないと、どかさないとっていうか、ブローチを多分見つけないといけないんだよね。でも、ウォーキングクローゼットにあるって言ってたから、いずれ見つかりそうなんだけどな、あそこでも。どうなることやら。あとはここにあるこれだよね。 Look around ってできたっけ？Tree branches stick out like arms, ready to cling and scratch an unwary passerby. Luckily, the paths are kept pretty clear of any obstructions. Some of the branches off to the side of the path look like they've been bent and broken. Quite nanny. Broken branch. These tree branches look like they were broken recently. You can clearly see some long brown and grey hairs caught in the tree branches. Eh? Long brown and grey hairs? These look familiar. Take hair, できる? あ、できる. You take some of the long brown and grey hairs. These might be useful bits of evidence. Thanks. These long grey and brown hairs still have their follicles, indicating they were removed with some force. I found these caught on some broken branches. It looked like there was a struggle in the woods. Only Nessa has hair like this. これで聞いてみんのか、多分。マットルームね。何があったんだ？Ask about hair. I found some of your hair caught on a tree branch. It looked like it was pulled out with quite a bit of force. Yes, my hair got all tangled up when I was looking for even in the forest, and I had to pull pretty hard to get myself free. That certainly doesn't prove anything. Uh-huh. What I know about that would probably go over your head. Ah? Hmm. 見たもんね。あ、ボタンだ。Does this metal button belong to you, Nessa? No, it doesn't. Does this metal button belong to you, Corvus? Oh, indeed. It must have fallen off when I was out for straw. Whose shoe prints are around the smokehouse? Learning everyone's shoe size will help me figure that out. Mm. 結局どうすんのよ。マジで結局どうすんの？コーヴスがいるよね。コーヴスとネッサがいるのか。その二人だけだよね、残り。止まってる部屋見てみるか。ネッサは、ここ普通なさげだな。じゃあ、普通なさ これ靴か。これ靴じゃね？ There are a pair of brown leather Oxfords by the bed on the right. You peer into the shiny, well-maintained shoes. Thanks to the loop, you can read the size printed on the sole, even though it's a bit faded. 14だ. I see. These shoes are size 14. Seeing as they are set down by Corvus's bed, I think it's safe to assume they are his shoes. OK。14だ。コーブスが14だ。あとはネッサだな。ネッサのサイズ。もう、でも分かったようなもんだけどね。コーブスって。ネッサのサイズはこっちじゃないんだよな。おそらくここ。靴ないけどね。どうしようね。マジで思いつかないんだけど。うーん。うーん。うーん。うーん。あ、森の中歩き回ってたから森の中かな。あるいはこっち？ここら辺も怪しいっちゃ怪しいだって。怪しいか。A plush carpet has an exotic curvaceous pattern. The curvaceous pattern on the carpet has been rudely interrupted by an assortment of discarded papers. The content of the desk had been strewn all over the carpet floor. At a glance, the papers are old guest receipts from lodge glory days, but as well as some generic bookkeeping. Generally. Nessa has inconsiderably stepped on some of the papers too. What a mess. Stepped on ってことはもうこれじゃね？ You're a mineralogist, not a forensic accountant. これでいける？ Look at shoeprint. あ、いける！あー、踏んだからだ。Nessa stepping on the document scattered over the lush carpet has created very clear imprints of her shoes. 来た。I already know Kimi's shoe size, so this shoe print must belong to Nessa. These shoe prints definitely came from a woman's shoes, judging from the heel. And none of the men have feet nearly as small. I'd say Nessa wears a size of 8. That could be useful information. Nessa's shoe print matches one of the shoe print I found outside the smokehouse. Now that I've collected old shoe sizes of everyone in the lodge who could have made those shoe prints out by the smokehouse, I can definitely say that Nessa had something to do with her brother's disappearance. And that's it. I've gotten everyone's shoe sizes. Corvus wears size 14. He was involved in the altercation at the jetty. Nessa and Corvus shoe prints were found leading away from the jetty. Not to mention their shoe prints are all around the smokehouse. 雑だな。そんな簡単にわかる踏み方をしちゃいけないよ。Mr. Richards seems to have been dragged into the smokehouse, though I'm still not sure why. Judging by the shoe prints in the area, I'd say Corvus and Nessa are the culprits. I've learned everyone's shoe size and ruled out all other possibilities, so I feel pretty confident about this conclusion. I've also recovered one of Corvus's vest buttons. It seems to have come loose in the struggle, but I need to connect the evidence outside the smokehouse with the incident at the jetty. I should go back to the jetty and take a close look. Upon closer inspection, you think you can barely discern a couple of oily spots on one of the papers. もうちょい見るもんがあるのか。OD。こっちだよね。ジェッツィーか。While there are some splashes of liquid on the jetty, they don't appear to be water from the river. Yikes. Look at all this broken glass. I can also see some scuffs and wet shoe print. 何をするんだろう、これ。うーん。うーん。うーん。なんだろうな。ここら辺もね。あんなとこに紙があるよ。なんだ？うーん。わからんですね。袋ないって言ってたな、今な。うーん。スーってやってみるか。ってなっちゃった。Evidence. Put suit on. なんだろうな。Pillars? use も使わなきゃね。はあ。なんだろうな。この場所を調べなきゃいけないんだね、本当はね。この黄色いのがなんだ、ジャムって言ったっけ？そうだよね。ミスター・リチャーズだよね。Wonder what this could be. え？いいのそれで。いいのそれで。なんか増えた？いいんじゃない。何も増えてないな。これが、これがあるだけだな。あとはこの中入れてほしいな。もう全員のサイズ分かったから、いける？おう。 Nancy, I'm busy here. Please step outside. Hmm. やっぱジェティなんだな。ここなんだな。こっちだな。I wonder what could have caused this. あれ進んだな。Examine drinking glass. The glass has been knocked over, its contents spilled out onto the jetty. Ah, what a waste of good Canadian whiskey. You think you can see an oily mark on the outside of the overturned whiskey glass. That could be a fingerprint. Eh? Yeah. Puts it on glass, huh? あ、いける? You carefully dust the overturned drinking glass with prints and revealed, aha, a fingerprint. Ooh, I'd be careful and not stray too close to the edge of the jelly. はい。でcompare fingerprints でいくね。Upon closer examination of the fingerprint you obtained from the overturned drinking glass, you conclude that this is Evan's fingerprint. That makes sense. I did see Mr. Richard drinking out of his glass earlier. なるほど。進んではいるんか。こっからどうするかな。あの二人を脅迫しに行く？できそう。だがしかし、本日は家事などいろいろやってたらもう遅くなってしまったので、ここで一旦セーブ。シューサイズは聞き終わったよ。よし。ちょっと、ここら辺にしとこうかな、今日は。でなぜかというと、ちょっといろいろね、いろいろ支度やら、いろいろ支度やらをしていたらもうね、遅くなっちゃって、ちょっとね、疲れ気味です。今日は。なんで、ここら辺にしておこうかしら。結構でも進んだよね。チャプター2にずっといたけど、一気に3、4、5って進んで、5の多分、後半なんだよな。でも思ったより長いぞ、このゲーム。なんか、なんていうかな、しれっと終わってサクッと次のゲームいけるかなと思ったけど、もうとにかくかなり頭使わされるし、 結構大変なゲームでしたね。でしたねってなんかゲームみたいに言ってるけど、チャプターがね、3つ進んだので、とりあえず時間は短いけど、チャプター数的には結構進んでるよね。2日目が長かったね。4チャプター分ぐらい使ってたもん。ということで次は、靴のサイズ分かったので、おそらくあれはウォーキングクローゼットか。ウォーキングクローゼットをひっくり返して2人に突きつけられるかなと思います。ということで、以上、The Crimson Diamond 第3回でした。キャスティング・フランクストーンはね、案の定ちょっと起動してみて、デモ版と同じ感じのパフォーマンスだったんで、ちょっとパッチ待ちかな。もう、フォーラム阿鼻共感ですよ。なんていうか、毎回なんだけどね、スーパーマッスルゲームズの作品。PC 版の最適化されてない。でも今回なんか PS 版もひどいらしくて、あれみたいな。どういうこっちゃってなってんだけど。なので、できれば週末にフランクソンは一気にやりたいけど、わかんないね。一気にやれるような分量でもなさそうだしな。わからんけど。過去作は頑張れば1日でいけるっちゃいける長さだったけど、どうかなって感じ。ということで、クリムゾンダイヤモンド、また次回お会いしましょう。ということでね、今週、クリムゾンダイヤモンドメインでいこうかな。フランクストーンは、ちょっと、一旦保留だけど、週末かなって感じ。その頃には多分パッチも出てるでしょうしね。で出てなくてもやれんことはない感じだから、やっちゃおうかなって感じ。はい、ということで終わります。以上、ビートブスでした。おやすみなさい。